Welcome back. We're going to turn to our top story again from this morning. President Trump is strongly resisting congressional Democrats who want to see his tax returns and want to hear from his top officials. The president told the Washington Post there is, quote, no reason to make his White House aides appear before Congress. Democrats are seeking more testimony following the release of the redacted Mueller report. The House Judiciary Committee issued a subpoena for former White House counsel Don McGahn to come before them and testify. McGahn told special counsel investigators that President Trump told him to fire Robert Mueller during the investigation, but McGahn says he refused. CBS News White House correspondent Weijia Jiang is at the White House. She joins us this morning. So, Weijia, what is the president? I know he spoke to the Post, but what is Hogan Ridley and others saying to you guys about why he wants to stop them from talking?
Good morning, David. White House officials here say it's pretty simple. It's because it's over. And this falls right in line with what President Trump has been saying since the conclusions came out from the Mueller report. How could we forget that Game of Thrones-inspired image that he actually had pinned to his Twitter account for several days? It might still be there right now, that says game over. And that's because the president has argued that, look, your work is done. The special counsel interviewed everyone he wanted to. He has this 448-page report that details everything, that takes into account all the evidence collected over some 2 years. So what's the point in continuing when the president argues the conclusions are already there? In fact, in that same interview with the Post, he said, I allowed my lawyers and all the people to go and testify to Mueller. I could have taken the absolute opposite route. And so he is arguing that he has already done his part. He allowed the investigation to play out despite, his several complaints over and over that he didn't believe the investigation was valid. And now that it has wrapped up, he doesn't see the point in dragging it out any further.
Okay, Weijia, but the House has oversight. They issued a subpoena. It wasn't just a please come talk to me. This is a you are ordered to appear.
Right.
So does the president want to fight now?
Well, it sure seems that way. And right now, one option on the table is for the White House to exert executive privilege to overrule this request. And so, it would allow those who are facing subpoenas not to do so. But that's going to end up in court. There's going to be legal challenges, no doubt. And there's still a question of whether the White House can exert that privilege. House Judiciary Chairman Jerry Nadler said the time to do that is already over. You had that opportunity. You didn't take it. And so they are going after the people they want to talk to, because this isn't just about the special counsel. Sure, they have his report, but lawmakers want to hear directly from the people mentioned in the report, especially Don McGahn, arguably the one who holds the most keys to shed some light on what the president may or may not have done to obstruct justice. He's mentioned more than 150 times in the Mueller report. He took copious notes, as we know, and they want to be able to not only hear from him, but question him about the request from the president and to understand more clearly, why the president made the request and what happened when McGahn said no.
It would be a hell of a thing to hear Robert Mueller say, I punted to you, Congress, to make the decision or pick up the baton, so to speak, and carry it on. The Congress has asked for Mr. Mueller to testify. But I want to be clear. Is it an ask or is it a subpoena?
Well, he could be held in contempt if he does not do it. And so we just have to wait to see how Mueller responds, because we haven't yet.
But so far he hasn't responded. Okay, got it.
Right, exactly.
But is it just an ask or is it an official subpoena?
Well, it is an official subpoena, and so this is, you're right, more than just saying, hey, we would like to hear from you.
Right.
It is official, and so he has been called to Congress to do that. And we did hear from him very briefly on Easter Sunday. A reporter accosted him and said, hey, are you going to testify or not? And he said no comment. And so, I think everyone's just waiting to hear what he says, because certainly he has a lot of questions to answer, not just about his findings, but about why he did not draw a conclusion. Given all the evidence that he clearly collected.
All right, Weijia, thank you for helping us to sort it out. We appreciate it.
Sure. Thanks, David.